Hello Mass Effect community, my name is Ricardo and you're watching a video of my mods to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So if you play the game, what you see is this. Unreal 3 engine, a few years back a state-of-the-art engine with great IPs, nowadays obviously dated, and this is how everyone is playing the game. Nothing wrong with it, it's still a great game. The characters got improved, the textures resolutions are higher, etc, etc. But it's not the ultimate experience. And that's why I transformed the game from that to this. I changed the lighting. I wanted the game to be more immersive, more darker. I wanted the lighting to portray old, late 70s, early 80s movies. Sci-fi movies, like The Alien, Star Wars, Blade Runner.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
And as you can see, from this to this, there is a significant difference. Again. And how this is done, you wonder. How does he do this? Well, I do it using Reshade. So you see this window. Reshade injects filters above the screen you're watching from the output of the game. It's not actually a graphics mod of the game, it's just filters that are injected. Try to see this as a real-time Photoshop. Basically, it's what it is. I am playing a game that it's being processed in real time. And that's what Reshade is. It's a tool that allows you to process any image in real time, in this case a video game. And these are the layers, basically. It's like Photoshop, you have layers to process the image, in this case the video game. Obviously doing something like this will tax your FPS, so don't expect to play the game at the same FPS you do it when not using the reshader. You're doing a ton of calculations above the processing of the game itself, so this will obviously make the game slower. However, I managed to find a setup that the game still is playable, and I'm talking about FPS in the region of the 60 easily for any modern card. For you to have an idea, the card where I am recording this video, it's an old one, it's a Quadro, it's a different card than probably the one you have. This is not meant for gaming, this is a workstation card. It's old, it's from 2013 if I'm not mistaken. So modern cards should play this game without problem, even with this reshade. And again, look at the difference in the lighting. And again, I paused the game here for you to see the difference from the original to the reshade. So a lot more contrast, more depth shadows. I'm showing you as well the user interface. So because this is processed above the outputs of the engine, you have the downside that the user interface or the UI will be also processed. It's the downside of this. I cannot bypass the user interface. You have to deal with it. It's the only way you can experience it, but I believe it's totally worth it. And you can see by yourself. The image gets smoothed, basically. Especially because of the chromatic aberration, which distorts the RGB. Almost like fusing pixels. And because of that, you have this cohesive kind of look.
No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Almost like you have the complete image being distorted, and you are being, the image is being distorted, but in a good way. It's warmer. You have the sense of warmness from the image, and that's why it looks like an old movie, because old movies were like this. They had warmer filters than we are used in modern days. Combining that with the arcane bloom, which is the effect I used last.
Strange. Security systems are capable. Subdue and suppress. Make activity. Shoot them before they take out the shield.
If you're wondering what arcane bloom is basically a tool that enhances the lights. So look at these slabs of concrete that I am next to it. You see a noticeable contrast between the lights and the shadows. Look at the difference. Pay attention to the slabs of concrete. Or, I don't know what material it is, but look at the difference. So, from this to this, and that's the arcane bloom. It's something that I made it on purpose, because I wanted the game to have this kind of contrast in lighting. Like a cyberpunk world, like Blade Runner. I got influenced highly by Blade Runner and Alien movies to make this. And the color palette is exactly to portray that kind of experience from those movies. And I accept that some people might not like this. It's okay, man. You are not forced to experience the game like this. You can play the game as you want. But I am sharing this because I know that a lot of people love the same movies I do. And man, I guarantee you, this thing is a completely different experience.
We've been
Again.
spotted. Excuse me.
Please excuse my poor gameplay, but I'm not actually playing the game properly. I'm just speaking and recording at the same time. And here it is.
Right there.
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
I wanted you to see this cutscene. Because this is where I think there is a noticeable difference.
Cerberus rebuilt me, Tally. In return, they asked me to investigate these attacks on human colonies.
You'll pardon us for not taking you at your word, Cerberus.
We're well within our rights to investigate attacks on a human colony. I'd like to know what the Quarians are doing here.
In my opinion, the
Weapons
characters
down, Praza.
look so
Whatever's
much
going
more
on here, I don't
immersive
think we
with
need another
this
fight.
kind of lighting, especially
One
at
of our
close
people was here on pilgrimage.
at close-ups.
His name was
Look at
Vitor.
the lighting
We came to
on
find him.
If Vitor survived
Tallies.
the attack, he may be able to tell us what happened.
That's
the fabric
the hope.
she is using
We've
around her
seen
head
him, but he
gets
might not be in
completely
the best state to answer
absorbed by the
questions.
light that it's on
He
her
was
left
injured
side.
and,
So you, as you can see,
nervous around.
She means that he was unstable.
well,
Combine that
you can
with
see the
damage to his
difference
Suit CO2
yourselves.
scrubbers and
It's
an
night and
infection
day.
from an open-air exposure, and he's likely
The
delirious.
contrasts
When he saw us landing, he
Even
hid
the
in a
grain
warehouse on the
that's
far side
inside of
town.
the game
We suspect he also programmed
kinda
the
helps
maps to
to
attack
portray
anything that moved.
the old movie, like, scenery.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here.
And
We
I'm
should work
wondering
together to find him.
Good idea.
if I
You'll
could
need 2
hide
teams to get past
the
drones
dialogue
anyway.
boxes
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me.
and I
If you
showed
can't
this
follow
footage
orders,
to
go wait on
people
the ship.
25,
warehouse to the
35 years
center of
ago,
the
I mean in the 90s,
We'll
late
circle
80s,
around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
they would never believe this was a
Make
video
sure to
game.
keep in radio contact.
Never.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. See you on the far side.
And I want to clarify that I'm not self-complimenting myself, but just making an obvious statement that people hardly would believe this was a video game if they seen those images
There's a squad of
without
security
the
drones
dialogue
up ahead.
boxes.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
I am going to leave the Reshade files in the description below of the video, as well with the side notes in how to install it.
Enemies!
Get over here!
And please do understand that I'm doing this free of charge on my own. You do this at your own risk. I'm sharing you this and I assume that you know what you're doing. If you never used Reshade, please search on the internet how to use it before doing this. Don't just paste the files blindly into the games folder. If you don't know what you're doing, read very patiently to how to install it. Don't do quick moves or just place the files in any location in the folder of the game. That's not how it works. This must work inside of the X folder where each game is executed, and I mean the Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Both of them have different folders, and each of them must have the exact same files inside of it to work, okay?
One less!
Target down!
Enemy down! Perfect!
Have fun, and thank you for watching.